yeah.
From January 10th, 2000's Observer and WCW News, the situation with Ric Flair at press time is this. The entire scenario, as it involved Terry Funk this week, was actually booked last week for Ric Flair. So everything we saw on this show was supposed to be Flair.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was probably better with Terry Funk.
I do too, and I also feel like they just never told Terry Funk what the plans were, because that's how it felt like every goddamn segment.
Dude, that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite Funk fucking lines I've ever heard in my life. Fine.
That's when he's confused and doesn't know where to go next.
Yeah, we get to talk about a segment a little later with Terry Funk and the Old Age Outlaws and NWO, and they go on and on.
Forever.
Yeah.
In other words, they wanted Flair to come back in Greensville as the commissioner, get punked again in his neck of the woods by Kevin Nash to set up a match at the sold-out pay-per-view, where Flair would put up the commissioner's job against the NWO, having to break up for good, and a match with Nash would win. The two then would feud on house shows. Flair turned it down, and the role was offered late in the week to Terry Funk, who accepted it, and apparently it'll result in the same scenarios. So yeah, just pretty much just one for one, just trade Flair out for Funk, which is,
fucking based.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. It's also no secret that Scott Hall isn't happy about his suspension, and that he and Kevin Nash have been talking about wanting to leave to go to the WWF once again. And this
ain't walking away from that money.
This is January 2000. So it is. We're still got a year left. We still got a year left here, and they're already trying to go back to the Fed. Alternative Press, in its year-end issue, named ICP its Band of the Year. In an interview with them in an issue, there were a few references to pro wrestling. Violent J said, quote unquote, "One thing that came out of wrestling, we're addicted to painkillers now."
Oh.
But just on the road.
Oh, okay. Well,
the thing is, we're still like super nerds. We want to know how to get any pills ourselves. If we were going to, we'd be asking people, did you get an operation recently?
Bumming fucking painkillers off dudes like they're fucking American spirits.
Dude, American Spirits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, brother.
Holy
we're on the road,
shit.
dude.
Oh,
American Spirits on the road, brother. We
only on the road, though. I'm addicted to American Spirits. That's a Tony cigarette for sure.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And last couple things here from the Observer from January 17th, 2000 in WCW News. Kevin Nash missed the weekend's house shows. He was scheduled to headline against Sid Vicious, claiming a concussion suffered allegedly when he was hit by a rubber crowbar by Arn Anderson, which we'll talk about on the show.
They like to call that walking CTE. That's a real thing.
He gets a lick back. Vince Russo called a meeting of everyone to try and air out any problems on January 3rd and tell people that if they had a problem doing anything asked of them to come to them about it, probably stemming from Bret Hart's reaction after being asked to run Sid Vicious's car over with a monster truck. The meeting seemed to go along fine for a while, although when Russo told the group he was giving the tag titles to David Flair and Crowbar.
Oh my fucking God. Sid walking out. My car!
Yeah, 22.
Oh,
man.
Shit, dude.
Bret Hart said, what the fuck?
The car is like, it is so flat. It is so flat. And, oh, man, I just remembered that angle. That is so funny.
Legendary.
Wow.
It's legendary.
Wow, he jumps on the car.
Why me?
Dude, that shit was... Goldberg! Goldberg! The fucking car's flat. Sid might be the best wrestler ever.
Throwing a tantrum on it, dude. Sid and Jeans is gotta be top 5 best, like most wrestlers of all time.
And people didn't even want to see his ass. They want to see him do run-ins and shit, and like beat people up. And